why the next generation of old people over the age of 50 plus is really, really gonna suck, right? Why do I say that? I say that because all you have to do is look around right now at the people that we have in society that are soon going to be old after our generation, right? That would be the millennials and then the Gen Zers, right? They're going to be the next group of old folks to come along after we are gone, right? It's going to be a very, very disturbing generation of old people coming along after us, guys. And I'm talking about these aging OnlyFans models, purpled hair feminists, aging pop stars that are currently right now parading around on stage with a dildo strapped to them. Whether it's Miley Cyrus or Christina Aguilera, I saw doing it recently on some, I don't know, she popped up on some news site. I was shocked because I was like, dude, these chicks are so disturbing. I mean, they have like 9, 10, 11-year-old girls in there, going to their concerts and they're running around with a dildo. I mean, that should be illegal. I mean, they should be arrested for that. Regardless, yeah, so we're gonna have some very, very disturbing old people coming along. I mean, it's kind of, I mean, it's gonna kind of look twisted, right? I mean, because you're gonna have a lot of these people, including wokies who've never contributed anything to society but a lifetime of protesting the weather, aka climate, aka global warming, aka global cooling, what it was called in the 70s, and other nonsensicals that are going to be expecting socialized handouts, free senior health care for a lifetime of dormancy in the workplace. And the guys that are going to be getting older are mostly going to be these aging simps that never realized a lifetime of cheerleading for the matriarchy, never once got them a girlfriend. So, yeah, it should be funny, man. I mean, well, it'll be sad, but the next generation of old people, it's not going to be like, our grandparents' generation of old people, right? Where, I mean, they're for the most part pretty classy, pretty traditional, pretty well spoken, pretty well educated. I mean, they just had a lot of valuable experience and knowledge and wisdom that this new generation of old folks just won't have, right? I mean, yeah, it's it's going to be interesting seeing, like, yeah, Miley Cyrus as a grandmother, or any of these other chicks with like the sleeve tattoos and the body tattoos, all of that sagging into their 70s and 80s, and just yeah, I mean, yeah, whenever I see these younger chicks just like covered in tattoos, like in venues or wherever, especially here in Vegas, a lot of chicks covered in tats. Just as an 80-year-old senior citizen, it's just not going to be pretty, right? With all the piercings through their nose and the lifetime of their lip filler injections and their Botox, it's gonna be very creepy. It's gonna be a very creepy time. But the only good part about being an older guy over 50 is we probably won't be around to see much of that, right? We might see a little bit of it, but we won't be around to see most of it. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty disturbing to see what happens in the future, because a lot of them are gonna be clamoring too for, like I said, senior health care and free services that are probably gonna be tapped out at that point, right? The way that this gov is spending money and just frivolously, sending our money to other countries. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where this money is going to come from to take care of like all of these aging senior citizens, especially ones that are choosing not to work or choosing to just not take part in the labor force, right? I mean, you have a lot of these younger kids who are just essentially job hoppers. They're just hopping from one job to the next, and they're not really solidifying themselves or their financial resources. So at some point, that's going to catch up to them, and unfortunately, it's going to catch up to them during a time when they're going to be the most vulnerable. Because two times in your life where you're the most vulnerable is, number one, when you're an infant, right, and you just come out of your mom's womb, you're just a baby, right? I mean, you can't fend for yourself. And also, too, at the end of your life, when you're a senior citizen and you can no longer fend for yourself, you don't have the strength, you don't have the energy, you just can't take care of yourself again, right? So when you're an infant, and then when you're like a super old person, right, and you're on your deathbed, you can no longer care for yourself. And if you didn't build up the financial resources during your lifetime to take care of yourself, you're going to end up in a home or who knows where, right? Especially with not older, they're not older yet, but these women now, we call them modern women, right, that are choosing not to have kids, to forego marriage, to chase their careers, or just do nothing with their lives. They're not going to have family to take care of them or a husband to take care of them when they get older, right? They're not going to have those resources. And we all know, I mean, this is statistical. Like, women are terrible with money. They're terrible at investing. They don't take care of their finances. And I don't think the government at that point, let's say about like 50 years from now, when these chicks are in their 80s, is going to have the resources to take care of all of them, right? It's just not. I mean, not the way we're spending money now. There's no way that there's going to be enough money to take care of all of these aging grandmas that didn't have families, never got married, never had kids, were on OnlyFans their entire lives, or out there riding the carousel their entire lives. There's not going to be enough money to take care of all of them in their older ages, right? They're just not. And this is why I always encourage you guys, like especially, you younger guys, to make as much as you can while you can, because there's going to come a point where you cannot work anymore, right? And this is why, for me personally, I choose not to retire just yet, even though I could technically retire and not work anymore, but I want to keep earning while I still can. I want to keep working while I still can, not only because I enjoy it. I actually enjoy doing all this. I enjoy taking guys out on boot camp. I enjoy teaching guys pickup. I enjoy doing content for you guys. But also because I want to make sure that I can take care of myself when I can't move around anymore. Because we are going to get there someday. All of us are going to get there, assuming we live out our natural born lives, right? Or we live out our natural lives to the very end, and we end up on our deathbed. I mean, there's just going to be a point where we just can't get up anymore. We're not going to want to get up anymore. I mean, you might already you might already be feeling some signs of this as an older dude. I mean, I remember even just being in my like mid 30s, and I was already like, at times I would be lifting weights and I'd be like, oh shoot, my back would start to give out, or just things that I would try to do things that I would always be able to do in my 20s. I was only in my like mid 30s, late 30s, and I was like, shoot, I can't pull that off. Or if I do try to pull that off, I might hurt myself, right? You just start to feel signs that, okay, I'm slowing down a little bit, but that's okay. That's just part of life. You just try to work with what you can, right? But there will come a point where you really can't move that much anymore. You might be able to move a little bit, you might be able to get around with a little walker or a little cane. You ever see old people out there with the little walkers and everything, still walking around out there? Well, yeah, that's going to be us one day, right? At some point, that's going to be us. Right? And you want to be able to have the resources to take care of yourself when you're old and gray, and say you don't have anybody who can take care of you, right? Or you might have aging parents you might need to take care of, right? So you need to do for yourself while you still can, while you can still move. You need to take care of yourself, because there will come a point where, once again, it's going to happen to all of us, me included. We're all going to be vulnerable again, like we were when we were infants, right? We're going to get to a point where we're going to need help, right? And, sometimes it's a lot more comfortable if you have the resources to live in your own home and hire somebody to take care of you, rather than having to go to a home, and like be with a bunch of strangers and that are not family to you, right? I mean, personally, for me, I would just want to be in my home, right? I want to be in my house. I don't want to be in like a rest home or anything like that. I want to be in a house. I want to have caretakers if that's what it comes down to, right? But we're guys, so guys, just historically, have always been resourceful, right? We've always just been really good at saving money, not spending frivolously, investing, just putting money away for a rainy day. Whereas women are not good at that, right? And that's not me, that's not my opinion. That is fact, right? That like most women over the age of, I think it's like most women over the age of like 60 really don't have anything in their savings, don't have any retirement. This is why they all start voting left, because they need Big Daddy government to take care of them. But that's what I'm saying. At some point, there's just not going to be enough money to take care of all of those aging old ladies. I mean, right now it's, there's, when it comes to like senior citizens in their 80s and 90s who need government care, which is really the boomer generation, right? That's my parents' generation. There's not a whole lot of like unmarried women that were part of that generation. I mean, most of them got married at some point and probably got their, if their husband died off, they probably got the inheritance from their husband, right? Whereas we're entering a generation now where more women are deciding not to get married, not to have family, not to have children, which means they're going to have to fend for themselves, right? And since we know that women spend like drunken sailors, don't invest, don't save money, they just spend it as they get it, there's going to be a whole lot of like old ladies out there, like I said, OnlyFans models, purpled hair feminists, aging pop stars, you name it, that are going to need help. And I don't think we're going to have the resources to do it at that point, especially the way our government spends money frivolously and just continues to devalue the dollar. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens, but I don't think most of us older guys over 50 are going to be around to see that. Thank God. But as always, gentlemen, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to share. As always, is Matt Cross from AlphaMaleSecrets signing out here from the Las Vegas Strip. You know it, baby. With that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Till next time, this is Matt Cross from AlphaMaleSecrets signing out from my garage here with my DeLorean. So don't forget to smash that like button below. Do it for the DeLorean. Smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel, okay? Please make sure you subscribe because it helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. They do not like to promote coaching videos like mine that help guys, help men to become better men, to become the best versions of yourself. They don't like that, okay? So I need your help. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. It's free, doesn't cost anything. And it helps us as men, okay? It helps reach other guys as well. So you're doing a good thing by subscribing. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I am teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by becoming a premium subscriber of my premium AlphaMaleSecrets channel, which I am hosting on a private platform away from YouTube. And the reason I'm doing that is to protect my premium AlphaMaleSecrets content from YouTube in the event they try to shut me down one day for trying to help men to be better men. Okay? So if you're a member of my premium AlphaMaleSecrets channel and they shut us down, it won't matter. It'll be like nothing happened because you'll still have access to all of my premium AlphaMaleSecrets content. And right now, it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium AlphaMaleSecrets content from me. And it's really easy to sign up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.